Hello, welcome back. Last time I dealt with Bulblin and Dragmire Tower shortcut stuff, and I still have overworld business to do, so I'm gonna get to it now and try to empty it out as quick as I can. What town is this that I set myself down in? It looks like Darunia, and the save lady is in the center? Is this Darunia? Probably. Because it has the solid roofs and the chimneys. Undead town of Darunia, okay. This is very close to a place where I want to be. Every time. I'm never gonna remember ahead of time. You can clearly see the thing that I forgot, which is this. I even thought about, when I wasn't playing the game, hey, you should remember to do that before you start next time. But that didn't stick. Alright, so, up north here. It's gonna be a grave. I know all the spells, so I must be able to get into it, whatever it requires. And we'll fight a wizard over some dangerous pits. Already got the secret here. But not there. Okay, so I gotta navigate all this first with the bugs doing their things, and yeah, they're kind of the worst. Wow, I got a lucky shot on that one. That was nice. Okay, not that worst. That Guildarm placement is exquisite. Alright, this says Heal Enigma Fire. And I have just enough for that, and this will help refill me a bit. Down I go. Haven't even fought the regular Karok yet, but I'm gonna fight Super Karok. Alright, all the magic. Super Karok, let's go. Right, I need to reflect. there's a spell you gotta cast to make this fight work. Yeah, see? Coming both sides, and yep, and then I just lose all coordination when that happens. That's how it goes. See, what I need to do in that situation is move. Or jump. Move or jump. Yeah, see, but I tried to jump and that was no good. Like, I get pincered here and... yeah. Do both. Move and jump. See? Yeah, now that's just not going to work. Okay. This fight remains pretty hard, actually. Don't think there's any other spells I could cast that would help me other than Protect would be a good idea, probably. And, you know, heal to stay alive. Whoa, look at my color palette. I could choose to stand on a different pillar if I wished. If you're too close, I can't tell where you're shooting your magic, so I don't want to be there. I want to reflect from farther away. Okay, not a lot of attack opportunities here. And most of the ones I try to take don't actually land anywhere. Okay. Theoretically, there could be a combat strategy that involves more left-to-right movement. The one I'm using stays mostly stationary. I'm not entirely sure what I would gain from going to different pillars other than safety from fire when this happens, although I got it by staying put somehow. Whoops! Okay. And, like, I am protected from falling as long as I don't, like, drop the bridge and then go there. This is such a cool fight. Okay, so things are happening on pillars. I'm gonna have to... well, there was some way to do that that didn't involve falling, but that's not what I did. There we go. Alright. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do another attack! Oops, I'm dead. Alright, so here, there will be one item. It's probably gonna be a pea bag for 50. That's my prediction. I'm gonna have... oh. Okay, this is a situation. If I... okay, this is a situation. Well, okay, that's probably predictable. So yeah, I have no magic here. Alright, this could work. It did. Alright, alright, everything's fine. That was a jump! Wait, I got the item? What was it? It was a pea bag, right, it dropped. It was so insignificant it didn't even register with me that I had gotten an item. But hey, it's done. Alright. I had the vaguest little flicker of a vision of stomping on a bag of dust. But that was all I knew about that. Okay, so now. Boulder Circle is the one other thing I can do in the overworld now, and I feel the need to. Because otherwise it's just going to sit there unfinished until I get to it. Now is when I get to it. I'm going to heal Nabarro first. Alright, so Boulder Circle. I have 2 missing clues, but that only leaves 2 possible orders, so this will be pretty quick. I'll either get it in 1 or get it in 2. Down there I'm seeing Marana, or whatever is the name of that other land. Gotta get all the slimes to get there. Alright, so first one is north. Second is either northwest or east. Let's say it's northwest. Third is west. Fourth is northeast. 5 is southeast. 6 is either east or northwest. Since I chose that, I have to choose this. 7 is southwest. 8 is south. Okay, so that was not it. I need to do the other one. How do I reset this? If I enter and exit a cave nearby, will that do it? If I enter and exit a combat encounter here, will that do it? Oops. That is enough, okay. Just gotta walk to the forest. So this 2 was not northwest, it must be east. So that's north, east, west, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest, south. There we go. Alright, cool. Down here would normally be the magical shield, I think? That's how I remember it. Am I remembering it right? Yeah, I think so. It's a thing that gives me perma-protect, and it's not here. Alright, oops. Just a little bag of dust. Alright, that's fine. One more check mark on my map. Very anticlimactic for the number of steps it takes to get here. But hey, I just want to see the check mark on the map. And will I even bother to do that? Sure, let's walk down there and see the 1 out of 1. Nah, I don't have to walk far, it's just right there. 1 out of 1. Okay. So... Right, so this puts me... It is actually palace time, believe it or not. This puts me right next to... the Island Palace location. Which was a place I needed to check out, so let's find out what the last palace is there. It's either Ocean Palace on the inside, or... What's the other one it could be? Island Palace. It could be its own, it could be ocean. Either way, it's water. Right, the way I want to go is here. I have the ability to chicken. Oops. So this will be no obstacle now. And yeah, until I get the rest of the slimes, I think my overworld business is actually concluded. Oops, well I should have done that in another order, but that's okay. Green chicken. I guess that's normal if I don't have the shield and the perma-protect. Right, yeah, green to match Link's normal colors, that makes sense. My beak is on fire, it's just, it's very, very short. There we go. One of those two things is a problem, not the one you would think. Alright, island. I strongly suspect this will be ocean, especially with 12 checks in it? Yeah, alright. Ocean Palace, that's the one we're doing. Check it out, there's magic up there. And this will give me a magic refill. If I prep a heal spell, I should be able to cast it while I'm filling up, and then fill up all the way, right? Yep. Left is just an exit, I'm fairly certain, yeah. The only thing I don't like about this Ganondorf sprite is how unclear it is when I'm doing the down attack. It just looks like I'm jumping. Because I am. He's using his feet instead of his hands. I suppose that could be justification enough to switch to someone else. But I want to be Ganondorf. He's how I started the save file and he's how I want to end it. And it's kind of funny to play as the one that I'm trying to kill. It'd be neat if there was something special in the game for that. I don't expect there to be. But I would be pleasantly surprised if there was some sort of acknowledgement that I am playing as the villain who is the villain we're supposed to be killing. Okay, you're protected by slime friends. Yeah. Well, I could have just punched through the wall there, but I didn't think about that. Right, keys. I have 4 left, and how many total are... Alright, I have all of them, so nothing should stop me in here. The fact that I delayed the palaces for so long meant that I had basically everything. What am I missing? 2 Midoro keys, 1 island palace key, so good thing it wasn't that one. So still 3 keys missing. I have a clue about... Okay, flute took the place of a key. I will find the flute in a palace. It cannot be in the island palace, because that one is at the 3-Eye Rock location. Ring is in the Great Palace. Pendant took the place of a key. I might find that in here. The shield is in a palace. Okay. So all my clues say palace. No. Some in different words. Oops, well, my timing was terrible there. I had some sort of plan, but wow, it did not look like it. It looked like I deliberately dropped that slime in my face. And also, I'm paying attention. I lie. I could level up here pretty easily if I fought the Fire Wizard. I'll fight it if it gets in my face. It got in my face. I don't know why I bother fighting bubbles, just because, I don't know, it's fun for some reason. There's a key up high. No, there isn't. There could be, but not this time. I think if I just jump here, I can just do this and be done with it, right? Ignoring the things falling on my head and getting a magic refill, and I'm barely taking any damage from this anyway. 9500, that's right. Yep, there are levels 9. I missed my fire extinguisher. It's in a palace. Or so I'm told. Well, I don't even need that. Okay. This will lead to a dead end, I think, but I want to confirm and also make sure there isn't, like, some P-bag I didn't know about at it. Right, so this entire dead end does absolutely nothing, right? Because all it does is show me an impenetrable wall. But it involves this elaborate room, even so. Extra hazardous. Okay, you go away. I need to do a tricky jump, and with you there, that gets in the way of that. Blue iron knuckle. Ouch. Ouch. And yeah, hey! Dolls exist! Check it out! Ganondorf's gonna collect a Link doll. He's secretly a fan. They're only fighting by happenstance. They actually like each other. Yep. Good enough. Alright, so dolls are around. They're just palace only. There's probably like 1 or 2 overworld spots I haven't touched yet. I'm still very short on secret slimes. Did I ever get the one in Parappa Palace? Surely. Right? Am I actually sure about that? Like, I went through there, I finished that palace? Yes, that's the only crystal I've placed. Surely I would not have placed that crystal and not taken the, Which way do I want to go here? I think this leads to a dead end. Yeah, I'm reasonably sort of confident about that. Was this the two-torch room before? No. There aren't enough there. Well, but maybe there were before, and that was what I thought was marking some kind of secret of some sort. This is going to be absolutely nothing, or maybe a spot that had a key. No, absolutely nothing. Ocean Palace is large enough and with too many corridors that look the same for me to ever actually learn the exact layout of it. I have a reasonably close to accurate intuition, and that's enough for navigation. There will be a P-bag spot over here, which could be a good item. Well, I say that. Again, this is another room that looks exactly like a lot of others, but this one does have a bag in it. So yeah, running this randomizer really emphasizes just how many P-bags are in the game compared to all other items. They are the junk that takes up all the slots. Lots of magic here. That's another container. Very nice. Oh right, this cool new room. Kinda forgot you existed. Whoops. It reminds me of the extra hazardous one that's on the way to the dead end. Oh, hi, Horsehead! I also forgot about you. Oh, right, and this is Quest 2 Horsehead. The one with projectile weaponry. I will punch you in the ears. Very rude, I know, but I am Ganondorf. That's just how I am. Whoop. Yep. Yep. So he doesn't throw if I'm close. Interesting. Yeah, that camera shift. It's so good. I love it. So over here there's going to be a down to an item spot and an up to an item spot. Ordinarily down is... No, down is where the, what's the Ocean Palace item? The flute would be. That's an item I don't have. It could be in this spot. Wouldn't it be funny if it was? A little. Okay, I did not manage my health very well there. But I'm just not really put under that much strain. It's a P-bag! What a surprise. Okay. I suppose there's a magic refill in that statue. I'll check. There is. Ensuring that I am in no danger. Whoa! Fire Wizard looks funny in the dark. Let's see that again. Oh, they lit the torch! What?! Makes sense, but I would not have expected it. That's great. I love it. Okay, this is too many things. I'm just leaving. Again, some forethought. I could have had the idea to cast Protect in that room, but I didn't think about it in that way. Yeah, well, sure. Okay, you know what? Let's forethink. And then not benefit from this at all. But the potential, I could have. Okay, that's unnecessarily risky. I just want to show that I can do it. I can totally jump over this whole package without taking damage, see? And given how I like to challenge myself to tricky jumps in this game, I just feel like I want to. A doll! There we go. I like how he looks a little grumpy in his picking up animation. So instead of the explanation I used before, he's like, oh, what the heck is this junk? I don't want this. It's those eyebrows, he just has a perma scowl. I went down, I went up, so done with secret passage. A memory is floating back to me of the very first time I ever played this game and found the secret in the Ocean Palace, and just... my little mind was blown at that time. I was just so amazed at this secret hidden section in the palace. I don't know, it hit just right for me at that time of my life, I guess. I probably spent an inordinate amount of time wandering back and forth and not finding what to do until I found the secret wall. Probably. It also probably felt like a lot more time than it actually was. Because, you know, when you're a young kid, a little bit of time is actually a significant portion of your life, so everything feels longer. That's my theory. At my age, sometimes I scarcely even notice time passing. But that's more on the multiple days level than on, like, spending a certain amount of time at a game level. But also, that's just because I know how to read the language of games better. Hello, Heart? Up there? I guess normally a P-bag would have been there. And I don't spend time just doing things that are completely futile. Some of you will laugh at that, and you'll probably have a good reason for doing so. Oh, this room, right! This one is very dangerous. Okay, one bubble was brought to life. Am I really gonna go slow and kill as I go? I mean, I could theoretically deplete the room, but I don't think that's the prudent thing to do here. Yo, check it! Made it through in one. Oops. Okay, really? That was where I jumped? That was my choice. Oh man, there's a lot of hazards in this room. A little hard to pick a safe path through it. All for a bag of dust. 500 particles of it. I don't have the magic for heal, do I? No. Okay, well, better be careful. The jump spell would probably be a great idea here, but you know what? I'm just enjoying the dodging challenge as it is, and I failed it. This is no longer my last life because I got a doll. Oh, I'm still doing the jumping challenge? No way. I'm not neutralizing that in the slightest. So, given how the scroll is locked and where the Moa is always going to spawn, the first two bubbles are guaranteed in that spot. But then I get control over the screen scroll, and the next ones don't have to come if I happen not to line up with spawn spots. I went there, right? Hang on, where am I? Ah, this is where I am. I don't think I went left. End of the palace is up there. You know, I have a map I could look at. Yeah, that's everything. Okay. Did I go here? The map will tell me. I did. Okay. Yep. You're blue, I can tell even in the dark. You would also have been able to tell by your behavior, but I could tell before that. Oh. I was going back to the statue head to look for one of those, but you brought me one yourself. Oh boy, this is... Oh, this is Karak. I just fought you. Twice in one day, but in reverse order. Now I get the easier one. Was this... I thought this bridge over lava was not here in either the first or second quest in the first fight with you. Is that a new change in the beta version, or am I misremembering? No, it was. It was always here, right? So there was both the high and low shots, and also the... Well, now I'm not sure. Because I feel like I remember remarking that the... No, I'm remembering it now, I think. Second-guessing myself. I felt like I remembered remarking that the high and low shooting was enough to make this fight exciting on its own. But no, I did remember that it was guarded against to just stand in the corner. Like, you're not allowed to do that anymore. And how else would that have been done than by a collapsing bridge? That just makes sense. There we go, Palace on the Sea has been completed. And it's still on the sea, just a different portion of it. And a little closer to shore. I guess it's not on the sea, it's on an island on the sea. Attack, 9. Sorry, 8. That was the one that was still at 7. Alright, 888. Would be max level, but now it's not. Boots don't let me skip the... No, of course they don't. You still have to chicken your way here, right? I just had that thought now, because like I never have boots prior to this palace. How would that happen? In a randomizer. That's the only way. And no, they don't let me skip anything. Alright, so I know what every palace is. The 3-Eye Rock location has Island Palace. The Maze Island location has 3-Eye Rock Palace. The Palace on the Sea location has Midoro Palace, partially complete, but I need keys. I did not get any more key items there, but I did set a gem, so I got game progress. And I got a doll. Didn't get any secret slimes, so I'm a little concerned about my count since I'm only at 8. I feel like I'm probably missing at least one of those that I could be getting now. But I'm not sure where. Like, I mean, in addition to remembering where they just all are in the first place, it's hard to remember which ones that I've seen this run. So I'm just not sure. Why do I not bother to light that up? It's nice to be able to see. Even though I kinda can without it. But it's nicer to have it brighter. Alright, and yeah, I don't have the flute, so Island Palace is off limits. So next time, possibly 3-Eye Rock, which would be fine. I could do it. What else is available? At the Great Palace location is the Maze Island Palace. Okay, so either one of those. I should probably do the earlier one first. Alright, so heading to the Great Palace next time. And there's a shortcut there from here, right? Is it Mito? Yes, I'm in the right town. Okay, so I can go straight there next time.